Hello Flutterlings, welcome to our channel where we decode programming for you. Today we are going to dive into the detailed explanation of operators in Dart, the language behind Flutter. In Dart, we use operators to manipulate data. They are special symbols that correspond to computations like addition, multiplication, or comparison. If you are familiar with languages like Java, JavaScript, or C++, many of these operators will look familiar. As you can see from the table, Dart supports a variety of operators, including unary, postfix, unary, prefix, multiplicative, additive, and many more. The table shows Dart's operators associatively and precedence from highest to lowest. It's worth noting that the table should only be used as a helpful guide. For definitive behavior of Dart's operator relationship, it's always best to refer the Dart language specification. Operators are used to create expressions. Here are some of the examples of operator expressions. In the operator table, each operator has higher precedence than the ones in the rows below it. This is crucial to understanding how your code is evaluated. Let's now talk about arithmetic operators. Dart supports the usual ones, as you can see in the table. You can add, subtract, multiply, and divide among other operations. Here are some examples of using these arithmetic operators. Dart also supports both prefix and postfix increment and decrement operators. Next up are equality and relational operators. These help us to compare different values. Here are some examples of using equality and relationship operators. Type test operators are particularly handy for checking types at runtime. Operators such as is, exclamation, and as can be used to perform type checks and casts. These are examples of how to use type test operators. Assignment operators are used to assign values. You can use the equal to operator or the question mark equal to operator to assign a value only if the value is currently null. Here are some examples of using assignment operators. Logical operators are used to combine or invert Boolean expressions. You can use double ampersand for logical and double pipeline for logical or an exclamation to invert expressions. Here is an example of using logical operators. Bitwise and shift operators allow us to manipulate the individual bits and numbers in Dart. Here is an example of using bitwise and shift operators. Dart has two operators that allow you to concisely evaluate expressions that might otherwise require if-else statements, the ternary operator and the double question mark operator. Here are examples of using these conditional expressions. Cascade notation allows you to make sequences of operations on the same object. This often saves you the step of creating temporary variable and allows you to write more fluid code. Here is an example of how you can use cascade notations. Dart also includes other operators like function, application, subscript, access, member, access, and more. These operators allow you to call functions, access elements within collection, or access a property of an object. And that's a wrap of our deep dive into Dart operators. Understanding these will make your Dart programming more efficient and your code cleaner. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more programming tips and tutorials. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Thank you for watching and happy coding.